Well, delighted to be joined by Lee McGregor here in Sheffield. Not your fight week, but nice to see you're out supporting some of your gym mates. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, thanks. All good, mate.
Yeah, good to hear, mate. I want to talk to you about the big fight coming up in Edinburgh. I know you made your debut there, but you've not been back to Edinburgh to fight since your first fight. How does it feel that you're going to get to go back there?
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Like you just said there, I've not fought there since my professional debut, 2017. So excited, looking forward to it. Putting a bad 18 months behind me and ready to start this new chapter in my career.
Does it really bring back the memories of when you were fighting as a youngster up there, and the fact that you're going to be able to do that as a professional and at the stage you are in your career now must be exciting?
Yeah, definitely, and obviously I'm going back to Meadowbank, which was my old amateur gym. I boxed for that amateur club, so to go back there and headline a main event live on Channel 5 for the IBO World title is stuff you dream about as a kid, so I'm excited. 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks to go, preparing hard in the gym to be as ready as I can be.
You mentioned it's not been the greatest 18 months for yourself. Can you just talk us through what it's been like and how difficult it's been to deal with?
Yeah, mentally and physically the most challenging time in my whole life. So tough. Just no end goal, no fault of my own. Just, I don't know, couldn't really tell you exactly what happened. Just I found myself just another month gone, nothing in the pipeline, nothing there. Fights falling through. I was always training, constantly training through it. Maybe actually done myself more harm than good, constantly trying to just battle through and train through all the setbacks. And yeah, you could say physically and mentally, I just ended up becoming absolutely drained from it all. So to say, just to get that new lease of life and sign this new deal with Wasserman and feel like that I'm over that bad luck, and this now a new chapter in my career. I can now focus on positive things, and I've had I've been in camp like this full, I've been in training this full year, just come off the back of the camp with helping out Lee Wood for his fight. So it's just about managing my training from now until the fight, and just being as ready as I can be. I'm looking forward to getting in there, winning this fight, becoming IBO World Champion, really pushing on and collecting more belts, but most importantly just having a little bit downtime after this as well, and spend a bit of time with family, because I've been away from them for so long. Although I've not really been active in the ring fighting, I've spent so much time away from my family. So I'm looking forward to finally coming back home, putting on a massive night for all my friends and family back home, having a little rest. But it's going to be a busy year, so I need to stay on it. I need to stay smart, and yeah, push on to big things.
You mentioned signing the deal with Wasserman there. How much of a boost is that to you? Because I know previously you've not had the date and you've not had that end goal. With Wasserman on board, that becomes more of a possibility.
Yeah, no, listen, we've sat down with Wasserman. The plan is in place, and it's activity. That's key for me, obviously. The inactivity has done me no favours. 13 months inactive, and I had that little run out in March this year. So, yeah, it was good, but I was still... I wouldn't say I was in the best of places back then, even just in March, in terms of being physically and mentally where I wanted to be going into a fight. I'm in a much better place physically and mentally now, heading into the biggest fight of my life, which I need to be. So it's all coming together at the right time. I've been through many hardships in my life and career. Yeah, you've just got to look at the Karim Gurfi preparations for that fight. 6 months worth of training it took for me to finally for that fight to go ahead. Many obstacles along the way with COVID, and there was so many times where I was down during that time, and then we finally got that fight, and look at the way I performed. So I'm hoping that all this sacrifice, pushing through, staying dedicated, staying disciplined and not giving up is going to prove on July 21st that it was all worth it. Just like the Karim Gurfi performance, I'm expecting another standout statement performance, because I've prepared the exact same way. I've not took my foot off the gas and let these bad moments get to me and then go away and stay out the gym for months and back to square one when I come back. I've stayed on it for this full time, so I'm more than ready for July 21st.
Is that the positive, that you've gone through all of these hardships and you've come out the end and you're in a massive title fight in your first fight back?
Yeah, listen, everything is like, yeah, in terms of preparation, fitness, I'm not going to get any fitter. Like I just said, it's just about managing it, managing my training now. I'm fit, I'm flying. I've just come back off the camp with Lee Wood, who fought for the world title. So it's nothing to do with that. It's literally just about managing the training, like I just said. So activity maybe could have slightly been a bit better in terms of coming off the back of active fights. But listen, I've been in the gym, I've been sparring top fighters. It's just about putting it live on fight night in front of the crowd, and I'm looking forward to actually finally getting back there. I feel like the big nights and when there's a lot of expectations of me, I feel like that is when I deliver. When there's not, and it's just a case of he's going to blow this guy away or this and that, that's when I feel like I don't perform. I need that little bit of fear factor, and I've certainly got that for this. It's a Mexican, dangerous, very dangerous fighter. IBO world title, my hometown, all my friends, family, everybody's there for me. It's my night, and I'm going to deliver.
I'd like to get your thoughts on some of the other big fights in the division as well, starting with the British title in Liam Davis and Jason Cunningham, a real 50-50 fight. Can you just give us your opinion on that one?
Yeah, it's a good fight. Like all British, Commonwealth, European title. Both actually, I've sparred Jason Cunningham. I think I've maybe sparred Liam Davies once on GB, but a long time ago. It's a good fight, like you just said there, a 50-50. I wouldn't want to pick a winner. It's just obviously may the best man win, and who knows, it could potentially set up a massive domestic fight with myself later on in the year. I know there's many plans in place for myself, but like I've said many times before, fully focused on one thing, and that's July 21st. Take each fight as it comes, one fight at a time. But listen, the domestic scene is red hot just now. So the many British fighters in the super bantamweight division. So there's many tasty fights for us all, and that should all give us motivation to come through the fights that we've all got ahead coming up.
Boxing fans often complain that the big fights aren't made, but Inoue versus Fulton is a big fight that's really going to grab the headlines. I'd like to get your thoughts on that and which way you think it could swing.
Yeah, no, it's another great fight, fantastic fight. I really like Fulton in the fight. Obviously, going out to Japan, he's going to need to do something extremely special to win it. But I do think he's really going to perform well, show how good he really is. Inoue, we all know how good Inoue is, but I don't think he's going to get away with what he's gotten away with all the fighters, other fighters, like kind of basically blown away. I think Fulton's too big, too experienced, too strong for Inoue just to totally walk through him. So it's an exciting and it's an interesting fight. I'm really looking forward to watching that, and it's a hard one to pick.
A couple of divisions down, you've got Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards, which we believe is close to being over the line. It's definitely been signed. We saw Sonny a few weeks ago out in Wembley, and he seemed very calm and composed and everything you expect of Sonny Edwards. How do you see it going into that fight with Bam Rodriguez? Because that's the biggest test yet for Sonny.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. This is Sonny's chance to show everybody how good he really is. I know people already, he's world class, but this is like elite level now. I feel like how many world title defences has he had? Maybe 6 or 7, something like that. And he's literally looks like he's been in second gear, really. This one, he's not going to be able to come through this in second gear, and I think he knows that, and I think this is why, and this is when we will see the best Sonny Edwards. But Bam Rodriguez is another fantastic fighter. It's two of the very best in the division fighting. That's what we want to see. So I think if Sonny comes through this, he's arguably pound for pound the best in Britain.
Final one from me on your Scottish compatriot, Josh Taylor. Came out on the wrong end of the result against Teofimo Lopez a few weeks ago out in the US. Is the decision now for Josh to step up? Where do you think Josh goes now?
Yeah, no, I think Josh is obviously going to step up to 147. I think there's many good fights out there for him. Maybe one or two break into the weight, and I think he'll be challenging again and wanting to win more world titles. That's his plan. I know what Josh is like. He'll want to get back in world title contention very soon, and many good fights up at 147 for him as well.
Good man, really appreciate your time, Lee, and best of luck for the return in Edinburgh.
Thank you, cheers.